In the world of car restoration, some of the finest, most expensive, fastest automobiles of all time.
Looks so wicked from right here, doesn't it?
As well as some of the rustiest junkers.
My God, that's disgusting.
Are reborn here at the Guild.
That is awesome.
That's how we roll.
And these are the restorers who turn rust into gold. Every car that rolls into the Guild rolls out looking pristine. But some projects take longer than others.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad, you?
This 1957 Cadillac Eldorado has been in and out of the metal shop for about 2 years.
Things are still moving along. Right now, I'm just messing with the hood, so I'm going to adjust the pivot point height, bring it up a bit, so she'll clear the hood.
Oh, that would be neat touch.
Yeah.
For its owner, the Caddy is a blank canvas.
The Cadillac was one of those that you just don't find often, and they're pretty rare even to this day, because this is like an extension of my creativity and what I would like to see in a car, and I can make it the way I want.
The 50s was the golden age of the luxury Cadillacs. And the limited edition 1957 Eldorado Brougham was America's most expensive car. Its stylish features like shark fins, forged alloy wheels, cruise control, and magnetic drink tumblers made it a favorite among Hollywood stars.
The Eldorado Brougham is going to be a full-out custom. There's no restoration involved in this. We're building this car right from the ground up, and although it'll look like a 57 Cadillac, it isn't going to be a 57 Cadillac.
A classic restoration would look like this: a long and massive body with the famous shark fins and the elegant interior. And for the most part, Nick and Jay plan on staying true to the original.
Nick, he wants that caddy look. He wants that caddy feel. But he also wants the modern in there as well. I was sitting in there the other day, and I'm like, wait, there's nowhere for your feet to go. We need pedals. So
I'm trying to create like some kind of artwork out of it.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Jay's already built a custom pedal assembly, a custom steel floor, and custom seats.
Rather than the old bench seat in the front, I actually went to the junkyard, and I got 2 modern seat frames out of a 96 DeVille, still Cadillac. Sweet.
They also replaced the old engine with a 383 stroker kit. This monster motor allows more fuel and air into the cylinders to give the car maximum horsepower and torque.
This thing will handle like a dream. Because of the power and the way the suspension's set up and everything, he could dial it in and take it on a road track, just because. I mean, who else has seen a 57 Eldorado Brougham on a road track? I know I haven't. It's gonna be pretty awesome. You scare the crap out of any car beside you going down the road. Really awesome car. All right, well, I don't know, I think we're pretty clear. Okay. Get you out of here, I can get back to work. Restoring cars, it's like copying another painter and saying, I painted this is mine. Whereas the hot rod end, it's more art, like you're creative, like it's yours at that point. I'd love to be building this for myself, but it's going to a good guy. He's gonna love it, he's gonna enjoy it.
In the body shop, another iconic classic is in for an overhaul.
Wow, that does look cool, doesn't it?
She's a fair bit further along than the last time you saw her. A long ways along.
It's starting to look like it's right out of the factory. Well, you know this is the love machine, eh?
I don't want to know, no.
No, this is why it's being done. This is the first car that Janice and I went on a date, what, 34 years ago?
No kidding, eh?
Yeah.
So I was going out with a guy that was pretty desirable in a fabulous car.
I thought it would just be the proper thing to bring back this original car that we had with our original meeting, and it's a nice part of a love story in my mind.
In the late 1960s, Britain's Jaguar company set out to produce the most luxurious, high-performance car on the market. The XJS model was released in 1975. It could handle sharp corners and country lanes like few cars of the period. It quickly became a popular sports car of English nobles and well-heeled commoners.
You know it as the love machine. We know it as the Ratmobile.
As the Ratmobile.
Well, there's been a lot of loving in the back of this car, but it was mainly rodent loving.
Yeah, they tried escaping in our showroom, and
There was mice everywhere.
when the car came in, it had been sitting for a long period of time in a barn. The project was a lot bigger scale than what anybody anticipated. The mice destroyed every single little thing. Their feces were all over the interior. It stunk really horrible. It did.
The Jag needed a nice hot bath.
Acid dipping a car is a process of removing any rot, rust, and any corrosion. But in our case with the Jaguar, it served two purposes, removing the rot out of the vehicle and removing the odor.
The XJS has come a long way since it rolled into the Guild. And so has project lead Ian Cuddy.
It's every kid's dream to work on these cars. It took me a while to get in the door.
The only way Ian could get in the door originally was as the janitor.
I busted my ass. I knew as soon as I got in here that I would prove myself. And I did. That laid down really nice.
He looked after Turbosonic last year, did a good job. I mean, he was really keen.
You did a great job, great job.
So I thought, well, you know, what we'll do is we'll give him a client's project. He seems to be best when he's got some pressure on him.
I'm very, very confident within a week you're going to be in color.
Oh, really? You're saying that,
Yeah.
right?
High build.
In color?
High build is going in.
Remember that, Tom?
Major restoration projects can take years. The Bugatti, the Guild's latest masterpiece, was 7 years in the making.
You know, the Bugatti's sort of been bouncing around for the last while, and the next place it's going is the Concours d'Elegance at Amelia Island. I'm looking forward to this. It's a great show. It's a very, very high-end show. It's great exposure for the car and for the Guild. If I said I wasn't a little nervous about going away right now, I would be lying. You know, I've got Ian on a major project.
The body kit was in pretty decent shape besides the front.
It's his second lead, and it's a really complex car, and it's a wreck.
Like I said, I'm in the home stretch now.
You know, hopefully I'm not gone that long, but let's hope he keeps the ball rolling. And I think Jay might be getting a little lost on the Cadillac. Just thought I'd come in and take a look at this.
Yeah, it's coming out nice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad.
While the Bugatti heads down south,
Wow, look at the water. It's nice, eh?
David flies ahead and meets up with his business partner, Larry Burns.
Oh,
What? You weren't looking at those girls in those bathing suits, were
not
you?
looking at anything.
You know what? You're supposed to be paying attention. Hands on the wheel. 10 and 3.
They're not here for the sights. They're here to flip cars.
Objective is to try and find something at the right price, see if we can get it. If we can get it and make money on it, that's what we're in here for.
You drive like a little old lady.
Only because I have to listen to you being the old lady.
No matter how you look at it, it's going to be fun. Well, I have put up with David, but other than that, it's still fun.
Well, there's enough stuff in here, that's for sure. First place we hit, just jam-packed with American automobilia and American cars in the 50s.
My name's David.
Hey, David. David.
Hey, David, Larry, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'd be interested in this car.
Actually, that Hudson is a modified restoration, and it has a Mustang engine in it.
This is something. Mustang.
The Hudson is $58,000.
And I mean, I guess he's negotiable on these things?
Prices are negotiable.
A lot of money for a car with the wrong motor.
I know.
And
It's
hope
one of
we'll
your
get that.
favorites, too?
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
It's a rare car, and it's, I mean,
It's a good day for you. The DeSoto is listed at only $36,000.
yeah, only. In order to buy a 50s car from a guy, we've really got to get it cheap, because there's just no margins in those cars. It just isn't what we're shopping for right now.
No, it's not our type of thing, but...
It's not a single Italian car.
Let's have a look, chum. Hey, Tom.
Welcome, Larry.
Man? Good to see you again.
David, how are you? Welcome
Not bad.
to
Hey,
our
Dave.
gallery.
Well, I can see a couple of things I wouldn't mind having. The Ferrari over there, that'd be cheap, eh?
That's the star of the show. We're asking 2.75.
I've been looking at a ton of cars here, and I mean, there's some beauties, but you know, they're all retail. There's no deals to be had here till we go into their garage.
Yeah, some more cars, Tom.
The Maserati Campson is the car that we purchased last year.
It's quite a car. It's quite a car.
Yeah. Our eyes lit up like crazy. There was a Maserati in there that both David and I started drooling over.
I love this Maserati. It's a beautiful car. This is an exotic European, Italian car, and that's what we're looking for right now. And it's in the middle of being refurbished. It's got all the hard stuff left to do. It's got all the wiring and everything, and that really is daunting for a lot of people. So I can take it, we'll finish it up, maybe make some money.
What do you want for this as is?
Probably be in the 90s.
Yeah? So you take 80 for this, eh?
We can talk. We can talk.
Let Larry and I talk to each other, and we'll give you a phone call.
All right.
Thanks, Tommy. Really appreciate it.
Very good.
All right.
We'll be in touch. Thanks, Tommy.
You know what? I think this is worth the trip here.
Yeah, well, for sure.
I think you can't go much further because there's that ocean there.
Is that what that blue thing
I think you either have to turn right or left.
Oh.
I'm going to phone Marita.
And have her do...
And I'll have Marita do the research. Let's see.
David and Larry want to flip a Maserati.
Could you look up the prices on Maserati ComSins? Okay. Bye-bye.
The seller is asking for $80,000 as is.
Hello? It's going for how much? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, thank you very much, Marita. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye. The nicest one she found was settling in around 150, and the cheapest one was 60.
Well, I don't see then that doesn't work. That doesn't work out for me.
That's not going to work out that well.
That doesn't work out at all.
This deal doesn't add up. After buying and restoring the car, they'd barely break even.
So I think, let's take a pass.
Back at the Guild, Ian tackles the biggest car restoration he's ever had to lead.
The Jaguar project's going great. We're well ahead right now. Bodywork is all done. We're in our first coat of primer.
And so far, so good.
I'm just running my hands down the body, just making sure that she's nice and level still. Body lines are good, making sure we didn't miss anything. When you're spending that kind of amount of money, you expect quality and you expect it done right. So you always got to set the bar high and make sure it's as close to flawless as you can get.
When the XJS showed up at the Guild, it was infested with rodents.
You ready for this, man? The interior's sitting out there all winter.
All right.
Not even the freezing cold killed the smell of it.
It reeks, man.
Oh, yeah.
It still stinks.
The floors are the worst.
Oh, my God. I just had lunch, too.
My God, that's disgusting. You want this in your section?
I'll do this one by eye. If there's not a piece on this I'll be able to use.
Ian, you're sure you got all the mice out?
I gotta find Mark. I need some parts for my Jaguar. As a project lead, my responsibilities are to keep the supervisors informed of how the job's coming along, any roadblocks that we could potentially hit. That Jaguar interior we pulled out.
Okay.
Basically, everything's useless.
Oh, yeah?
The whole interior has to be replaced.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
He's gonna have a beautiful car and he's gonna smell rat through the vents.
Yeah, we can't have that. So we need a donor. We need a donor. Thanks, guys.
If they can track down a Jaguar XJS built around the same year, they'll be able to swap parts.
I can bring the Jaguar seats and put them under your desk.
Yeah, good luck.
Are you afraid of a little rat piss, Dan?
You bring those seats over here, and it cuts you in half. And then sew you back up with the parts inside you.
Ian, say it with me now. Jaguar. Not Jaguar, Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah, Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Oui, oui.
In the metal shop, Jay's turning a classic Cadillac into a modern street machine.
Hello? Hey, Nick, it's Jay at the Guild. How's it going?
And this rumbling ride needs wheels.
I'm going through some ideas on the wheels, and we've been going back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, well, I've been working on this car for like 4 years. The wheels have to be perfect.
Nick had an idea in his head about different rims, different things he'd seen. Then the idea came up, well, why not just get them made?
Well, I think our best bet here is going to be a company I found in California.
California? All right, that's badass, yeah.
West Coast. It's where everything is done. These guys are at the top of the wheel game.
All right, let's get some wheels.
These are going to be expensive wheels, there's no doubt about it. But
you can make or break a car with a set of wheels. You put the wrong rim on or some stupid looking tire. Like, I mean, you can totally ruin a car.
To get what he wants, Jay is off to Southern California, where MHT Wheels is based.
I see we got a little bit of a battle going on. Who's got the biggest earplugs?
I'm so big.
I don't know. I think you guys are both kind of sissies. Hey, Brian! Oh man!
Welcome to Southern Cali.
He's got earplugs. I'm pretty sure they could have made them at the rim place. They're massive.
They're bad, huh?
Yeah, that's sick. Dedication. Yeah, MHT's, it's a wild place. I mean, they're the name in wheels. They're cutting everything.
Wheels are the heartbeat of the car. You drive down the road, and the first thing you look at wheels.
Southern California is all about custom wheels. Every car fanatic craves a unique set to showcase his style. From muscle cars to low riders, you gotta have the right wheels.
We got the wheels ready to rip.
Where it all starts.
We got the machine set up for first stop. Jose's gonna show us how it's done.
This machine spins, shaves, and shapes the metal disc into a wheel work of art.
It might be 60 pounds going in. This will probably be a 15-pound wheel center when it's all done.
Really? So it's taking off pounds at a time?
Yep, yep.
Wow.
As we say here at MHT, that's how we roll. Donuts to diamonds.
I mean, started out as just a chunk of aluminum.
Here we go.
Through the whole step, it just got better and better and better. The best part was watching when it was in the mill. The chips are flying everywhere, going all over the place.
Oh, that's where you actually get to see the wheel and the design come to life.
That's sick.
It's like wheel porn.
It's impressive, man. These rims are one of a kind. No one else has them.
I gotta give you credit on the design.
They're Nick's wheels on his car, no one else's.
That is awesome.
A little spit shine on it. And
it's gonna look pretty sick on the car.
Oh, it's gonna look unreal.
At the Guild, Ian is on the restoration project of a lifetime. This beaten-up Jaguar sat in a barn for 20 years. The body was salvaged, but rats destroyed the rest.
Got my donor car coming in for the XJS.
Ian can scavenge parts from this other Jag.
It runs. That's nice. Yeah, donor car came in, I'm super excited. It's slightly different in certain aspects, but it's a running, driving car.
They're gonna tear this thing all to hell. I guess there's nothing sacred, huh?
We can hopefully save Mr. O'Born a lot of money and basically gut this car, because there probably isn't gonna be a piece on this car besides the physical body that I don't need. Can you work with this?
Yeah, it looks all right.
You need the frames, you need the foam. Well, it smells a lot better. I can actually sit in this car without a respirator.
Down in the Sunshine State, the 1935 Bugatti Aerolith is competing at the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance, a top-ranking show for some of the world's most prestigious cars.
In order to be invited to a concours d'elegance, your car has got to be stunningly finished and historically significant. What the judges are looking for is the flair that the modern owner shows in the restoration, which is paint choices and interior choices and all that kind of thing.
Really, the car looks good. You got it all wiped down?
Yep.
Owner Chris Orstrom poured millions of dollars into this recreation, striving for perfection.
It's looking good inside.
She's looking good.
One of the great things about Amelia this year is I'm going to be meeting up with Chris Orstrom. I'm excited about having him there and maybe a little apprehensive because, you know, if we don't win anything, who's in trouble?
So you got a tab out of place here, eh?
Yeah, they're spring-loaded, so they tend to do that.
Yeah, well, you're just gonna have to walk around the car all day long, flipping that back. This is a concourse, right? I just really hope that people like it and receive it well, and that people who really know a lot about cars approve of it.
Magnificent car.
Thank you. Looks so wicked from right here, doesn't it? Let people see it. That's why we built it.
Is this restored?
This is a recreation. It's a modern fabrication on an original chassis.
What a wonderful job. This is just beautiful.
The audience loves the car, but what will the judges think?
You know, it's always a little nerve-wracking when you see judges walking up to your car.
This is Chris Orstrom, the owner.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chris.
Yeah,
Orstrom. How are you, sir?
You know, we had done our homework and we had perfected the car. It's ready for concours. If I was judging the car, I could probably still find a couple of faults, but I'll bet you they can't.
This is 57104. It's the 4th T57 chassis. It's the oldest one in existence.
Well, it's nice to meet you guys. Have a lovely day.
I sort of feel some butterflies. It's hard to put something like this up in front of your peers, you know, if they all sort of go.
Back at the Guild, Ian gutted the Jag's donor car to the bones.
There's the main computer. On the original car, the wiring harness, we know, has been butchered by the mice. So we're hoping that the electronics and the wiring harness is in good enough shape that we can just directly exchange it and make the car run, so.
The wiring harness is the car's nervous system, relaying messages from the main computer and sending power where it's needed. Taking it apart is like brain surgery.
This is the kind of thing that'll drive most people blind pretty quickly. This is the era of car where computers were still very basic, so in order to make things work, they used a lot of relays, a lot of unnecessary switches, which means a lot of extra wires that are just mind-boggling. I take pictures, I take notes, I write on the wires. You do everything you can to try and give yourself a head start when it goes to going back in.
I fear the unexpected. If the wiring's chopped up in this car, it would cost a fortune to rebuild it. So what do we do in the event that this harness isn't good, Al?
Find a new god to pray to.
Wiring on the donor being in good shape is extremely crucial. Time is money here. Every hour costs.
This part of the harness was under the dash. It's still in almost perfect condition. It hasn't seen any weather or dirt or anything. It just needs to be cleaned. So this is the harness that runs across top of the engine. 90% of the cases, this is the harness that's going to take the most damage. This stuff is toast. It's been soaked over years with oil and spray and heat of the engine. It's caused all the wiring to get corroded and crack.
Well, she's still good, right? Certain parts?
No, this is bad. This is some of the worst I've seen.
You sure you can't fix it?
No, I'm going to have to do this all over from scratch, man. It's going to be a total rebuild.
Well, at least it's the last one. Most important one, but the last one.
Yeah.
The only harness that's going to have to be completely rebuilt is the fuel injection harness. So out of the whole car, one harness, I can't complain with that.
At the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance in Florida, the stakes are high as top cars compete for top prizes.
There's a very early Ferrari, 1948, 166. This is an Amelia Award-winning car.
And while the judges decide on a winner, David enjoys the attention.
We actually completely and utterly proved that the original aerolith was on a standard chassis, and we did that by having photographs of it taken at the Paris Auto Show and the black shadow silhouettes underneath the car. And when we matched those silhouettes exactly with this car, all the little black lumps and dips and points are exactly the same. We even made the tires.
At this particular concours, when you've replicated something, no matter how perfect it is, the judges sometimes go, oh, well, it's nice, but it's not the original. So imagine my surprise when they announced that we have indeed won something, and it's a really significant trophy. I was very pleased.
Just hang on to the bottom of the door. When you're driving, you can keep it open, get some air in there.
And now Chris Orstrom, the Bugatti's proud owner, is off to pick up the trophy.
Get the key in,
Start to turn it over, ruh. It usually fires right up.
Typical old car.
Brad jumps in, goes to start it, nothing.
They've won that prestigious Concours prize.
Oh, come on.
And the whole world is watching. They just can't pick it up.
Okay. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, start.
It's just like, please go, and boom.
Probably should have fired it up during the day, huh?
Yeah, first thing this morning probably would have been best.
David and Chris have spent 7 years recreating this Bugatti, dreaming of her stunning debut at a Concours d'Elegance.
Please come up to the awards tent.
But this isn't quite what they had in mind.
Dave had that look he has when he's not happy.
Just give it a little one. Nah, it's a battery.
We put a brand new battery in. Nobody charged it. I didn't think of the battery going dead. Brad didn't. It had been fine the last few days. He started up, drove it onto the field this morning, no problem.
Hopefully, all a multi-million-dollar vehicle needs is a little boost.
Which side's the this
Right here. You got her.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now that she's going, that's for sure.
Me too. Hopefully it won't catch fire between here and there.
Chris is the same way I am. He's a seasoned veteran now, so he has confidence in us. I think he figured we were going to get it there.
It's kind of like dog years when you're in a Bugatti waiting to go up to pick up a trophy because it's liable to have something catastrophic fail at any moment. So every minute in there is like 7 years.
It's a pretty big honor for me to, to drive Mr. Orstrom up to collect his award. I am the keeper of the Bugatti. Some people are even calling me Bugatti Brad now.
1937 Bugatti Type 57, owned by Christopher Orstrom for the best new coachwork or recreation, and that must have been a tough one to recreate.
Thank you very much. Well, it's great to be able to copy the work of the great man Bugatti himself.
The Best New Coachwork Award recognizes the Guild's achievement in recreating every detail of the Art Deco masterpiece.
My philosophy was pure from the beginning. Make it as close to the truth as we can discover it as possible.
When your car does win, and especially the Aerolith, it puts a stamp of authenticity on the car. The car is not the original Aerolith, but is developing its own mystique, its own persona, and its own importance. And that's pretty significant.
Hey, Jay, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good. How was your trip?
Awesome.
Yeah? You gonna tell us about it?
I will, but after. I gotta get back to this project. Saw the wheels for the Caddy. Super stoked. I can actually, see the car done now, so we'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Good.
Back from California with custom wheels for the Cadillac.
The wheels are coming in, and they look beautiful. I mean, the rim is gorgeous. I think Nick's gonna be blown away.
You've been waiting for these? So they're wider in the back and a little bit over an inch difference in height. We had to go with SUV tires because car tires were just too small.
Are you serious? That's huge.
The Cadillac needs something big. It needs a big, solid presence.
What are you thinking?
They're bigger than I expected. Even on the pictures, they didn't look that big, and it's almost hard to believe it'll fit inside there, but.
Put them on.
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
Custom car, custom wheels. We're always gonna have to adjust a little bit. It was kind of awkward with Nick right there, looking over the shoulder and seeing you trying to wrestle the tire up in there. It's a tough-looking car.
Oh, yeah. It's a perfect marriage between old and new. You guys did a great job picking that style, I'll tell you.
Well, happy?
The rims made in California, I like the look and all that, but the wheels are just too darn large. They don't look right for the car. Looking for something a little bit smaller.
It's all about the client. So Jay orders a set of smaller tires.
I'm just not willing to compromise on the tires. It's an important piece of the overall appearance of the car. It's gotta be just right.
I just took the old ones off and put the other ones on. This is what, that's what they've come up with.
Okay. Looks a lot smaller, the sidewall and all that.
Now we've got skinny tires.
So is that the ride height, pretty much?
That's as low as she goes. It looks goofy, like really goofy. You all right with the amount of wheel well showing there?
Oh, wow. It's just, let me get a better angle. I'm thinking I'm gonna see if there's something in between the large and the current ones.
This is your call. You gotta love it.
On the other side of the shop, the Jaguar is painted cobalt blue metallic. Alex works his way through the wiring puzzle.
Fun part is that you got to follow this diagram and make sure that your colors match. They're coming from and going to the right spot so you don't make any mistakes, otherwise the car doesn't run.
And over in the upholstery section...
Morning, brother. Hey, what's going on?
Dan tackles the interior.
So you already got the samples and everything for the colors?
Yeah.
All put aside?
Yeah.
You got a second? You want to show me those? I'm a creative mind, and I like to leave my signature on things. A classy signature. I have great ideas for the upholstery and how we can upgrade it, take it from nice to over the top. I sat down with the client, and he was right on board as well. He liked the ideas. From what we discussed, we were going to run the black vinyl, and then we're going to do a simulated carbon fiber vinyl insert.
It's like carbon fiber-ish.
Oh, that'd be sharp. I want to leave a legacy behind. At some point in my career, I want to be the guy that people think of as one of the best customizers.
No problem, buddy.
Thank you.
Ian may be the lead on this project, but he's not the boss.
Is that the XJS seat?
Yeah, because Ian was saying the customer might want to switch it up. He was thinking maybe carbon fiber, maybe?
Carbon fiber?
Well.
When David's away, Tom calls the shots.
Don't invest too much time into that.
All right.
You know, there are procedures in place here at the Guild that says that management talks to customers and the guys don't talk to customers.
Just back to the office. I have concerns about changing the interior too much. A, it puts a much bigger expense to do custom stuff. On top of that, it can, in the end, affect the value of the XJS.
You're talking about a car that some people can be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on. So you better be damn sure that that's something that they want and not something that you want.
So it should stay true.
Yeah, I agree with you. No, that's a good suggestion.
All right, let's go
and
take
see
a
the
look
car.
at it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's blue. It's great to see the color coming, isn't it? Now it looks like our car.
Wow, look at it.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Good to see you.
Pleasure.
I told you we were going to show you something next time you came.
Oh, yeah, this is...
No, you're absolutely right.
We've been really hauling.
That's good. I'm really pleased to see this
I've been pushing.
coming along. Good for you. Good for you, my man.
The restorers need to work side by side with the client to come up with one joint vision.
What sort of radio are we going to put in it?
What I was thinking for that, with the color scheme that we've been thinking about, I want to do a complete blacked out stereo. No dials on it. It's called a ghost. It's just a black clear screen, and then when you turn the key on, it all starts lighting up. I'm very picky on clean, neat finishes. So the ghost radio is just, when it goes out, you don't see it, just like a ghost. Okay, what kind of music do you guys normally listen to? Because a lot of...
I don't.
A lot of stereos have to be designed to exactly what you're listening to. Like the frequencies and what's your common, what do you...
She's not going to a competition stereo.
No, but what I mean by that is...
They're not going to a sound competition so that they can blow the back window out of the Jaguar. They're going to listen to 8 tracks, Ian. Leave them alone.
The radio we originally have for the car is an AM/FM cassette. Outdated, very blah.
Ian suggested that we put a new sound system in, but that's not original. That's not recreating what we had, what our first date car was.
The second date has to emulate the first date. Well, see, after dealing with Thomas here now, he's worried about me doing too many changes.
Okay.
Why are we doing that when we're supposed to be recreating the original date car? And I thought, okay, maybe you got...
You want to keep the...
That's what I'm thinking maybe I should do right now, keeping it the same.
You know, that idea of the custom interior kind of got thrown to the wayside. It's kind of frustrating because it's like, I know that if I can pull that off, it'll look fantastic. However you want to do it, good. Some people are more creative than others. Sometimes management doesn't see the ideas that the craftsmen have.
Got any messages?
I have one message here for you.
The award-winning Bugatti is back from Florida. And the restorers bask in the glory of their prize.
That's what you got, boys. Way to go.
So that means we did a good job?
Can I speak to you for a couple of minutes?
Absolutely.
While the boss puts out fires.
I was told that we've been speaking to the O'Borns about the interior and everything.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can't make suggestions to customers unless management's there. Okay, you go there, you throw a spanner in the works by making a suggestion. They go, hey, that sounds like a great idea. And the customer's gone thinking that you are representing the machine, and in fact, you're not. Here we're restoring a very significant Jaguar. It's significant to the owners. It's a very special part of their life. And now he's trying to turn it into a freaking Honda tuner. You know, you're pressing your opinion on somebody, and that's not really what they want.
Yeah. I'm very ambitious, and but I have to be patient. There's a proper way of doing things around here, and I kind of got ahead of myself.
You know, in dealing with clients, there is a huge responsibility. I mean, you can't just start proposing things without knowing that there is a very direct cause and effect, and that cause is the draining of a bank account.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay. I'll make sure I do that properly next time.
He did it with all the best intentions, and he did it because of his enthusiasm. Still wasn't the right thing to do.
You want to see your wheels?
Excited to see that now. Yeah.
Jay and Nick have been working on customizing the 1957 Cadillac Eldorado with the perfect set of wheels.
It looks amazing. Just the right amount, not too big, not too small.
Yeah. None of the other tires were really doing it any justice, eh?
Perfect size.
Yeah, good.
I love the look now. It's not too thin and it's not too big. This is just right.
I think it works really well together. You know, you get the rim that's kind of that fine blend of classic with a little bit of modern in it.
With the right size rubber riding on these wheels, Jay's ready to call it a major accomplishment.
You know, it's been an up and down, sort of all over the map concept process with Nick. In the end, I think he's getting the car he wants.
Probably handle like a dream too.
Yeah, it will.
It took longer than I had originally planned, but even if it's gonna take like 5-6 years, it's worth the wait. Never get bored of looking at it.
Just imagine when it's all painted, sitting in your driveway.
Yeah.
On the other side of the shop, miles of wire scavenged from the Jaguar donor car are checked, cleaned, and installed.
It was a monumental task. There was mountains of wire. It took, I think, about 2-3 weeks to go through the harness and get it in the car finally installed. 9 different harnesses, and we're just about done. The biggest concern now is that the only way for us to know if the wiring is going to work is to get the engine in and see if it fires. What do you guys think? Just about ready?
Give it a try. Nothing left to lose.
There's a million wires on it, and I think most of them in the right place. So.
Well, one way to find out.
It's rough, but alive. So you still need to tune and everything, but as we know, the ECM's good. Wiring that you guys laid in is good, and the engine runs, so that'll make Earl very happy.
Most of the headache's over with.
It's been a long haul and a lot of stressful time working on it, so I'm very proud of the guys who have worked on this car, and we got one of the biggest milestones done. It's excellent, guys. You did a great job.
Cool eggs. I'll leave you gentlemen to it.
Okay. At least we can give Earl some good news and tell him that it's running. Let him hear the engine again. It's probably been 20-something years.
I think Ian had a bit of a rough start on some of this project, but, you know, he pulled it together. I'm happy with the progress. All in all, I think it's a great ending to a very difficult job.
David's a hard man to impress. So I wouldn't be here if he wasn't happy with my work. I know that for a fact.
While Jay finishes up his end of the work on the custom Cadillac, Nick brings in the next restoration.
Got it in today. We got the wheels all off. I know you're talking about doing the full interior replacement.
Yeah, it's not in the best of shape as it is now. Things went so well with a Cadillac, I've decided to bring in another car to add to the collection. It's a 1963 Daimler. It's got the timeless design, 2.5 V8 sucker for those things, so I couldn't say no. Just needs a little bit tune-up and...
So the motor runs good?
That's what actually got me hooked on the car, is a small V8.
Wow. It's beautiful.
I think the Cadillac would be more the weekend special occasion car. The Daimler is just whenever I feel like driving something older.
Definitely a sharp-looking car.
Guess that's it, eh? Just roll her out.
At last, it's time for Jay to let go of the custom Cadillac.
Yeah, prepare to come about.
So after, in my opinion, far too long, Jay has finally rolled the Cadillac out of the metal shop. Now it's sort of jumping into the rest of the process, which is a whole bunch easier than what we've had to do so far. So it's all downhill from here. It's great.
It's an amazing feeling. It's a beautiful car. They've seen it through every step of the way. It's always nice to see you've helped somebody, you know, achieve a dream they had, you know, so it's a good feeling. I'm happy.
The Caddy's finally in the body shop. Now Jay steps back and Ian steps in.
I'm still learning. I'm still a rookie, but I've never turned away from a challenge. So we just plug away, keep going.
What is this?
This is your next project.
Never ends, man. It never ends.
What I look for in a partner is someone who's caring, compassionate, long walks, and loves to cuddle.